What's oh my gosh. As soon as we started, there. Wow, that is tough. That is tough. Wow. We'll we'll survive this one. Oh my god, that just came out of nowhere. By the way, Chris, if you get a sec, it's fine. Like you can just change it as we go. I still see the ticker up top. Like I see the ticker overexposed. I don't know if that's just for the scene or what, but like yeah. Oh, perfect. Bingo. Bingo. Fantastic. On the fly. Oh my gosh. It's like I was attacked. Wow. Okay. All right. We're back. We're back. We're alive. We're well. We're thriving. We're here. Okay. All right. What's up, guys? How we doing? We're back for the regularly scheduled Overexposed show. We're starting up a new schedule. It's Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 5 p.m. Eastern time. That is rocking and rolling, chatting away. We got a lot to cover, a lot to get through today. All right. We have a lot on our minds. So I'm just going to get like basically straight into it. All right. Pull it up, Johnny. You're not Johnny. You get the gist of it. All right. So we're starting off with this one. Based 16Z. Fantastic. Saturday scam pump. Sunday scam pump. Monday scam pump. Tuesday scam. Dude, everything's just a scam pump. That's just a bear market. That's just what it is. Like everything's a scam pump. None of it holds. I saw some people saying like it would be very funny if we were back in the 80Ks by January 14th. And honestly, I think my vibe was like way too many people got way too excited. Like everyone's like, oh my gosh. Well, if we hold 94 and if we go for 97, then we're going to crack 100. It's like, dude, we have had one pump in the last 3 months. Okay. This is the first solid recovery in 3 months. This is how you get, this is how you get absolutely torn to shreds. My opinion is that this pump is probably over in the next like 2 weeks or so, if not sooner. So yeah, I think if you're trading perps, this is an opportunity. You could trade on the upside. Finally, some volatility, some good healthy volatility at a good range, right? Like this is a good spot to show that there is actually long-standing buy pressure. It's just that it needs to reconsolidate. We need to actually chill out for a bit because we did have a decent pump throughout the entirety of 2023 into 2020. We did have a good pump throughout the entirety of 2024 into 2025. And Bitcoin did decent. A lot of alts, not so much, unless you want to consider all that money that just went straight into equities and God sent equities, kind of a little bit cooked that pump. But we definitely need some time to reconsolidate for risk on to take a chill pill and then come back. So yeah, I think like this is good that we're seeing this volatility. And if you're a perps trader, you are loving this because finally there's some action that you can make some money on. But if you are looking to buy here for long term, I mean, like you could start to buy. You could start. Like I'm considering picking up a couple coins here and there, but I'm definitely not picking up the majority of my positions here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Again, like perps, feel free. The volatility looks great. It looks like it's, getting some bullish price action, but I also think we'll be in the 80Ks within a week or so. So I'm not going absolutely nuts on this. I do think it's a good consolidation point. But yeah, like this is just classic bear market stuff where every single day is another scam pump where it's just scam pump, scam pump, scam pump. And it's just everything is just sold into because it's just it's an overall bear trend, and that's fine. It's just patience, Padawan. Patience. Let's keep things going. What else we got? Dude, I didn't know. I had no idea it was that bad in the UK. Listen to this.
Terrible crimes. That's one of the stats in the films. And those kitchen knives are usually a domestic situation. Okay. So kitchen knives, truth is that kitchen knives are perhaps 25% of the knives used in most of the terrible crimes. That's one of the stats in the films. And those kitchen knives are usually a domestic situation. Okay. So kitchen knives, of course, it's very difficult. They're domestic knife. I
Like the
do
ones for
think there
steak?
is areas of innovation that we can do
I mean,
with
they're
kitchen
steak
knives.
knives.
I
They
hate
they
to say
are
it.
they are meant to
Not all
like
kitchen knives need to have a point on them.
what?
That sounds like a crazy thing to say, but actually it would reduce. You can still cut your food without the point on the knife, which is an innovative way to sort of look at it. And in a country in crisis,
That's crazy. So many people are getting stabbed in the UK that they might that they're actually genuinely discussing the concept of just getting rid of the point on the knife because it might actually save lives. It's just silly. It's like, what are we talking about here? That's ridiculous. How do you have so many stabbings that you actually need to get rid of the points on blades?
I'm sorry, but yeah, let's look at that. But the truth is, all knives, the loophole on the heritage knives allows the sale of zombie ninja swords to be
Ninja
sold.
swords.
So while you've got your granddad's sword on there and you want that, that's fine, of course, but it is leaving a loophole for someone to carry a ninja sword.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having a ninja sword? What's wrong with that? That's awesome. Is that like actually in fair like to take him seriously for a second? Are people walking around United Kingdom just carrying ninja swords as like as their weapon of choice? I can't tell. It's like one of those things where if you take away swords, if you take away knives, what are people just going to walk around with like blunt objects, right? Like how many viable weapons can you take away from someone before they just start grabbing random things? I mean, in prison they just make shank, like I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the UK, but if we're actively discussing cutting off the blades from kitchen knives, something's going on. Way too many sharp pointings. Not great. This was a crazy post that went viral in the last day or so. This guy, Justin Murphy, props to him for coming clean on this, but absolutely crazy take. He's like, I want to spend less than 10 to 20 minutes a day with my kids every day. That's it. No more. Anything more than that, I just start getting viscerally angry because I need to be accomplishing things. I need to be working. I need to be productive. I need to be creating. Dude, like maybe grind culture has gone way too far. Like if we're actively getting angry at our children for existing, if we have to spend more than 10 to 20 minutes a day with them, maybe grind culture has gone way too far. Like I gotta see this. It's 9 a.m. this morning, Saturday, January 3rd, sunny, warm day here in Austin. 4-year-old son is begging me to play catch in the street. I was drinking coffee, still wait. That sounds phenomenal. I didn't really feel like it, but at this age, his desire to play is insatiable. He begged and begged, so I conceded and with a smile. Okay. The problem is only that I do not enjoy it. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, like, props to him for having the balls to say this on the internet, but also, yikes. Like, you got to talk to someone. Talk to someone. Grind culture has gone way too far. It's just too far. Am I a terrible person? The comments on this are insane. Rethink your life. Yes, you're a terrible person. Yes, you are a terrible person. It sounds like you're just a bad father. Go to church. These people can't help you. Oh my gosh, dude. Absolutely destroyed. Like, destroyed. This is a tough look for the guy. Tough look for the guy. Truly. Oh, sad. Hopefully he figures this out. hopefully he. I really do hope that this guy figures this out, because it is sad to all of your experiences with your children are just laced with visceral anger. But apparently there are people that have gone so far on the grind set spectrum that they can't even handle hanging out with their own children. Like, I don't know, what is a day at the gym feel like to this guy? Go to the gym for an hour. Is that wasted time? Are you angry pumping weights because you're not accomplishing work? The guy watches a movie and he's just fuming. He watches a TV show. He's just visceral. He's shaking. He's shaking with anger. Like, what is this? Absolutely crazy stuff going on the timeline these days. We'll keep things going. Yeah, this is just the majority of dating these days, Interesting statistics. This woman here, Annie, ran a little San Francisco matchmaking experiment. The people that signed up were 95% men. 95% men. You're talking to me about a male loneliness epidemic. We're talking about a male loneliness epidemic here. 95% men and 5% women actually showed up to this thing. It's like, if you're a kind single girl in San Francisco, please DM me. Please, ladies, like, we're begging. It's ridiculous. That's actually crazy. How do you put out a post saying we want, we want to matchmake, and it's 95% male feedback? This is what it's like on all the dating apps. Like, this is why the dating apps are just resoundingly frustrating, we'll say, because it's just absolutely dominated by men. It's 80 to 95% male versus, I don't know, 5 to 20% female. And none of the females, like none of the women, are saying yes to any guy. And all the guys are saying yes to every girl. So every girl's had, there was posts going viral this week of a girl having 1,000 likes. And she looks pretty, don't get me wrong, but not the supermodel on the cover of Vogue magazine. She has 1,000 likes waiting for her. The average guy has maybe one if he's lucky. Maybe one. This is why internet dating is absolutely broken. Like, it's completely shattered. It barely works. But for the vast majority of guys, it's like, how many other options do they have? Go to a bar, people will say. It's an option. Sure, it's an option. But also you have to take into account that, like, COVID destroyed the vast majority of, let's say, Zoomers, young kids, etc., their ability to socialize. So the average, early 20s guy lost a critical period of their time to learn how to socialize as an adult. And it's just like, what do you want them to do? Absolutely tough. I have a date today, so we'll see how it goes. Also courtesy of the internet. But I'm actually looking forward to it, so we'll see how things go, That one like, sometimes that one like's useful, I guess, It's not a bad like, can't complain. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, I see Capsho. What's up, Capsho? Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you in the chat today, Capsho. Hope you're doing all right. We're going to get into the thing. We're going to keep going. Nicolas Maduro was brought to the United States via, a massive military mission. They basically kidnapped him, brought him to the United States, and he's just going around taking pictures with the people that brought him to the U.S. Look at just kind of like super happy. I mean, look at that smile. That guy, that is a dude. He's just happy to be here. He's just like, how are you the dictator for like 20 some odd years? Maybe not 20 some odd years. How are you the dictator for as long as he was up to the U.S. and he's just like, yeah, bro, what's up? He's just like, there were apparently reports that were circling around that he's like, wow, you guys give prisoners so many rights here in America. It's like, wow, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? I mean, that's crazy. Imagine taking a picture like that. Hey, Hey Nick, can I take a pic with you, bro? Yeah, sure. Here, just let's take a quick one. What? What is that? How are we? Oh my god! Like I can't even put. How crazy is this? And you know what's funny? 15, no, not even 30, 40 years ago, let's say 30, 40 years ago, an image like this would be front page news on every written newspaper across the country. Now it's a 400,000 view post that like I've had more views on posts than this. Me. And I'm a nobody compared to like that's Nicolas Maduro doing a thumbs up. Whatever. This is the best stream for the whole week for me. Thanks, Cap. Hope you're doing all right, dude. I appreciate that. Those are very kind words. I hope you enjoy. I'm just kind of vibing. So I'm glad you're here, dude. Very much. Tune in. We run this on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. So come back whenever. 5 p.m. Eastern. I know that might be late for you, but 5 p.m. Eastern, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and we'll be back. This is like kind of what I do. This is kind of the stream format. I'm just tired of these vibe coding streams. Oh, well, we're gonna talk about that. In fact, I might, depending on where my bookmarks that is, we're gonna talk about that. I also might just like skip ahead to it. But yeah, everyone's vibe coding right now, and yes, I have a bookmark on that. So I'm gonna skip ahead to that right after this, just so you can catch my opinion on that. I'm at a loss for words, dude. Nicolas Maduro just smiling, cheesing, having a grand old time here in the U.S. of A. Absolutely ridiculous. I am. Oh my gosh, what it must be like to be a Venezuelan right now, to after years of seeing this guy be like kind of a brutal dictator. He's in handcuffs in the United States, wearing like sweats, doing literally retail photo shoots. The Nike Tech sweatsuit sold out, like pick of the year already, and it's not even February, and now he's just doing like cheese photo ops. Are we double thumbs up? You're in prison, bro. You are in cuffs. You are going to prison potentially for life. Potentially. We'll see what they have to say in Southern District of New York. But what is that? Oh my gosh. All right, we'll keep going. Let's see. I'm gonna skip ahead. I have a bunch of other stuff, but I do want to get to that. You were just saying on the vibe coding. Let me find it. Jeez, there were actually a lot of bookmarks here. So everyone and their mother has been doing this thing called vibe coding, right? You go to an AI of choice, whether that's Claude. A lot of people are picking Claude Code, but you could go to a few others, right? Cursor. I think ChatGPT has some optionality there, right? And you're just like, make me an app that does XYZ, right? Make me an app that sorts out my chores for the day, okay? And I just want it for me. And you just type that in, and it creates the code, creates a web app for you to use, and it actually works. Like it actually is functional. And that for someone that doesn't know how to code is a huge opportunity. But you could also vibe code at like startups and at companies. So people that actually know how to code are doing it, right? They're going to Cursor, they're going to Replit, they're going to all these, actually Claude Code, pretty good AIs. And they're asking them, hey, I need to do XYZ for the business. Just do it for me. It's done in 8 minutes, right? It's not even like seconds. But everyone is losing their mind about this right now, saying that this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. The Cursor CEO, the CEO of the company that basically created vibe coding, says that it builds, quote, shaky foundations, and eventually, quote, things start to crumble. That is the guy who made vibe coding. It's him, the CEO of Cursor. This is like vibe coding 101. That is the company that vibe codes better than any other company has ever vibe coded. And he's like, I don't know about that. Hold your horses. You've got some shaky foundations. People are going way too hard on this. They're putting way too... Easy's comment is crazy. Dude has clearly never typed, make no mistakes. How many times do you go into ChatGPT or your favorite AI of choice and you're like, I need you to write me a 30-page essay. I need you to research all of the topics that could even potentially be relevant. I need it to be perfectly MLA formatted. I need it absolutely cited with precision. Also, make no mistakes. Dude, it's like, it's the way that we use AI is so funny. It's so funny. You have to command it. Command it. Don't make a mistake. It's like, it's not implicit. It's not an implicit assumption. I am very curious. I'm very curious to see how where the world goes at this point, because we are way too reliant on this stuff. And it's not even been out for 3 years. I mean, barely. Yeah, we might be cooked, chat. I think we actually might be cooked. When the CEOs of the companies that are built on the foundation of vibe coding are like, vibe coding, you might want to chill. Then, like, maybe we should chill. Maybe we should chill a little bit on it. There are people, we might have hit the Pico top of vibe coding. When you have Rasmer going on stream and he's like, guys, I'm going to vibe code my first web app. By the way, he also launched a few Instagram stories after the fact, which were interesting. I like Rasmer. Hilarious, though. It's just like, I am now a developer. What's your experience? What is your experience developing? Did you take computer science? No, I just kind of like got Claude Code. And then I just asked it a bunch of questions. And bro, I'm an app developer now. It's so ridiculous. It's so absurd. Welcome to 2026. Bringing it in with a bang. Bringing in the year with a bang. We're going to keep going. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. I want to go here. Let's see. All right, hold on. So there was this one tweet that kind of, I mean, it gained some traction, but in the grand scheme of things, might have gone a little bit under the radar. There might be we might have, Venezuela might have been invaded by furries. And I don't suggest you look up what furries are. It is a weird group of people. Not a huge fan, but you could see here, that is a Black Hawk helicopter. That looks, I can't tell if that's like an instrument, a flight instrument, or potentially a weapon system. That is a furry emblem. So we may have invaded Venezuela with furries, and that makes me wildly uncomfortable. And if we did, and they were effective, I have a lot of questions that I don't really want answers to, but I do have them nonetheless. Oh boy, I'm a little bit shaky at this image. Like, I don't really like it, because if you know what furries are, you know you don't want to be anywhere near them. And apparently, they're invading foreign nations. Like, the chance may not be high that this helicopter and this pilot was involved, but the chance is certainly not zero. Oh, boy. Yikes. All right. Let's keep going. Leave it to Japan. They're always up to something. There was this horse that just kind of broke free. Went for it went for a stroll. Is that a police escort? It broke out of its stable and was just like, let me go on a quick exploration route. Runs around the city of Japan, like in Japan. And then apparently it went back to its stable. It was good. It wanted a stroll. What a chill horse. Look at the side eye. The side eye is crazy. What? He's just like, guys, watch out. There's a horse coming through. If you guys wouldn't mind, there's a horse on the loose. Just chill out for a bit. It'll pass. It's literally got a police escort. How regal. So wait, hold on. What's going on with these people? This guy could not be disturbed. He's just... What is society? What is Japan? Like, what is in the water there? Why are the people so... What? It's just like... They're just so chill. There's like, guys, there's a horse on the loose. If you wouldn't mind, it's just going to stroll through. And they're just vibing. Like, no one seems bothered. No one seems even the smallest bit frightened. They're just like, all right. Unbelievable. Kawasaki City. How did the horse manage its great escape? Oh, that's incredible. All right, let's keep rolling. You know, I want to say something about this, and really the Venezuela memes are kind of insane, but I have nothing to say. Like, I'm kind of at a loss for words. It's just... AI might have gotten... I'm serious. AI really genuinely may have gotten way too far. Like, this is... It's a shockingly good-looking image. What a meme. Yeah, I have nothing else to say on that. I'm just kind of at a loss for words. Anyway, yeah, no. Not worth it. For those of us in the Ethereum community, you'd be shocked. Gwart here, hilarious. Somali daycares in Minnesota are funded by the U.S. taxpayer. So who funds the Somali daycares in Somalia? You guessed it, the Ethereum Foundation. It's like... You can blame anything that's wrong in the world on the Ethereum Foundation, and you're probably onto something. It's funny because if you actually listen to some of the rhetoric that's coming out of, we'll call it like right-wing Twitter, or even just, for example, David Sachs on the All In podcast has been bringing up Vitalik Buterin's name a lot as like a serious funder of organizations that are weird, to say the least. Or maybe like, pushing agendas, we'll say, that Sachs specifically is very much against. So there is actually a growing sentiment. This is, as funny as this comment is, there is actually a growing sentiment among some people in the right wing that Vitalik Buterin actually may be funding a lot of really, quote unquote, problematic left-wing, publications and special interests. It's like Ethereum can't catch a break. It really can't. It's just like something's wrong with the world. Why Ethereum? It must be Ethereum. It's like absurd. What is this meme? Damn, that's crazy, bro. Oh boy. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. All right, let's keep things rolling. Also, Capture says, Venezuela's air defense is like those level 1 air defenses in Clash of Clans. I haven't played Clash of Clans in maybe like 8 years. I think what happened is I played Clash of Clans for 2 days and then realized that it was literally just a pay-to-win game. Like, you just have to pay for boosters. Otherwise, you're getting nowhere fast. Like, it would have taken me the 8 years to just get to like, a reasonably competent playing field. And I just never played it again. Like, I was like, well, damn, this is really just a pay to win game. And I just gave up. And yes, like after you've played substantially, there is a lot of strategy in building up your fort and then how you execute raids. Sure. but also like it is pay to win. So I'd never really got into it. Really didn't. What else we got? You know, I want to comment on this. I don't really have any thoughts on any of these bars. I don't think I've been to any of them. That would be great. I would love to comment on these bars this would be, really good for like TikTok and Insta, but I've not been to any of those. All right. I've not listened to this comment yet, although I could see this take here, and I assume that there's something here that I want to talk about. So
everybody is still
I'm just going to react to this live. Let's see.
Everybody is still convinced that we need to onboard new people to buy our trash. The actual take is we need more good coins for the people that are already here to buy.
What do you think we're doing here, Thread Guy? Do you think people are just trying to build trash? I mean, some people are trying to build trash, actually, in fairness. But I think the vast majority of builders are trying to make good coins. What are we saying? Yeah, we Giga Brain take, Thread Guy, genuinely. Like, guys, there are just not enough quality projects. We just need to make more quality projects. Who would have guessed? I mean, who would have guessed that the answer was just, we just need to build more things that are good that people actually want? Like, shocking opinion.
Okay, we don't have a marketing problem. We don't have a narrative problem. We don't have a liquidity problem. We have a good coins problem.
So does the stock market, by the way. The old as if this like it's like crazy. It's hard. Why? Sometimes having opinions in crypto, especially when you have to have them regularly, I understand that it can be hard to have good ones. I like Thread Guy a lot, actually. But this is just what a bizarre take. It's like, if you're not part of the Mag 7, right? Part of the Magnificent 7. Magnificent. If you're not part of the Magnificent. There you go. If you weren't part of the Magnificent 7, right, in equities, you also had a pretty rough few years. And it's like, oh yeah, maybe we just need better equities. Like, maybe we just need better companies. Yeah, dude, like, it would be great if we had a bunch of excellent companies, right? If we had thousands of excellent companies. But guess what? Even the stock market only really has a couple hundred, right? You have the S&P 500. Only a couple hundred really solid stocks. In the entirety of the United States, there are a couple hundred solid, maybe solid public stocks. That's it. That's it. Yeah, we just need more good coins. Yeah, dude, we do just need more good coins. Problem, it's really hard to make a good coin. Like, it's really hard. That's why there's not many. It's not for a lack of trying. People are trying to make good coins. There's the Trove ICO coming up. There's the Infinex ICO that's like ongoing. There's a token sale. Yeah, people are trying to make good coins. Newsflash, it's hard. Okay? And it's like great insight. We have not enough quality businesses. Wow. Yeah, dude. I wonder why. Like, it's hard. It's like, what a take.
That's it. There's a good coins problem. Everybody is still convinced we need to I'm like at a loss for words. Yeah, it's a good coins problem. All right, dude. All right, sure. Oh, man. You open up the internet and it's just Sam Bankman-Fried has something to say. Only 400 likes on this. Why is he commenting on this? Oh, that's why. Liberal media. Sam Bankman-Fried goes to jail during a Republican president's administration, and it's just everything he has to say. The liberals are on it. It's the liberals' fault. He's like the hardest suck up to Trump right now. And in fairness, game is game, right? Like, if I was in prison and I saw no end in sight, yeah, I might try. I might try my hand at just being like best friends or trying to be like, yes, let's go Trump. The best administration. Yes, absolutely. Liberals suck. The fake news media. I would probably try that too, but it's very funny. It's illegal to arrest Maduro in Venezuela. Where was the same rule of media when the U.S. arrested Juan Orlando in Honduras? Oh, that's ex-president. He puts X? That's hilarious. Don't buy their bullshit. This is about the rule of law. Oh my gosh, dude. Welcome to Sam Bankman-Fried, Republican influencer from prison. Like, it's crazy. He just became a Republican talking head from prison because he just wants an out. It's incredible. Incredible technology. You know, if Sam Bankman-Fried ever does get out, he is a dangerous man. I think he has actually zero remorse. Like, this guy is purely just gaming. He every second, every step of the way is just gaming his way forward. Talk about EAC, right? It's like, why did he even have to comment on this? You're in prison, bro. Chill out. I don't really care about your take on Nicolas Maduro. You're in prison. Why don't you tell that to him in person? I mean, he's not there anymore, but yeah, MDC Brooklyn, kind of an all-star cast, right? Like, Nicolas Maduro and Luigi Mangione are both in prison right now at MDC Brooklyn. Like, Diddy was there, R. Kelly was there, SBF was there, El Chapo, Michael Cohen, Ghislaine Maxwell, Martin Shkreli, low-key GOAT, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have been watching his stock streams, but they've been actually very, very informational and very entertaining. Al Sharpton, like, what is this all-star cast? Is this the dream team of prisoners? The dream team of criminals? Actually, Martin Shkreli had a post on this. Hold on, I gotta find that one. Give me a moment. Un momento, por favore. Martin Shkreli. All right, let's see. One of the best. Oh, hold on. So here we have Martin Shkreli, who was famous for, you know, I can't do this. So funny. Here we have Martin Shkreli. All right. You can look him up. He's a very interesting individual. I watch them try to do what I do, and it's really quite painful to watch. It truly is. I'm operating at a level that they can't even comprehend. You know, it is actually kind of a crazy flex to have been housed apparently at MDC Brooklyn. What an insane jail, right? Nicolas Maduro currently there. Luigi Mangione currently there. Diddy, R. Kelly, SBF, El Chapo Guzman, Michael Cohen, Ghislaine Maxwell, Martin, Godspeed, bro, and Al Sharpton. What an all-star cast. What an all-star cast of just people. It's like, wow. I wonder how many other prisons are like this, where it's, you know, it's kind of like a who's who, you know? Is it kind of fire to have gone to this prison? Like, is it kind of cool? What do you have to do to go there? What do you have to do? What is the lightest crime that you could do? You get the least amount of time and you end up at MDC Brooklyn. Petty theft? Like, do I have to go steal Snickers from 7-Eleven? Oh no, officer, arrest me, you know? Oh, dude, I can't even say that. All right, we'll just move on. We'll just move on. That was ridiculous. Oh, man. What's up, Joshua? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you, Joshua. All right, let's keep things rolling. I live in the best time possible because I get to become a dad at around the time that this is going to be coming out. Lego launches a smart brick. Okay, so this is a brick, like a Lego brick, that has a computer chip inside of it.
This brick to start looking for a smart minifigure. And you'll see from the sound and the color when it detects it. But it's not just looking for the minifigure, it knows who that minifigure is, and actually it knows where that minifigure is. So as I move the minifigure around, You'll see different lights and colors depending on where the minifigure is compared to the brick.
No. Oh my gosh.
What does this allow us to do? Well, you saw it's actually a very simple system, a very simple addition, a platform that we're adding into the Lego system and play. It's the brick, it's the tags, and it's the interactive minifigs. But all together, what that unlocks is an opportunity for interactivity, new dimensions of responsiveness, opportunity for more social play and for more storytelling.
So let's see what happens when they come to life.
Is that going to drive?
The door unlocked. Lego Smart Play brings a whole new dimension to physical play. Lego bricks that play back. It's designed to inspire kids' imagination and get them playing creatively time and time again. We've put cutting-edge technology, some of it never seen before, into Lego Smart Play to create a platform for physical interactive play, allowing any Lego set to come alive in kids' hands.
Films give fans characters and stories that
Dude, that is crazy. That is actually insane. When I become a dad, all right, my kid is going to get so many new Lego sets, and it's not going to be for my kid. It's going to be for me. It's going to all be for me. That's insane. That is awesome. Imagine they're going to have like actual RC stuff that you could play with Lego out of the box. Oh my gosh, imagine the Lego sets we're going to have. Oh, dude, the new Death Star is going to be crazy. Like, they're going to have AI in the new Death Star. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Wait, hold on. What are they talking about here?
to take these stories, but toys gave them the opportunity to take these stories home and continue them.
Imagine what we could do with this brick.
That might be the greatest innovation. Like, forget all of AI, forget all of crypto, forget all of the advances of technology over the last 20 years. Don't matter. That's crazy. That's amazing. Legos are about to go sicko mode, and I'm here for it. Wow. All right, what else we got? Okay, I kind of wanted to read this a little bit. So I'm going to do a quick bit of reading here. If you don't mind, let me open this up. No, that is requires that I have Bloomberg Terminal. All right, well, never mind. Let's see. Oh, great. I love it. I love it when people screenshot things so I could just not pay for the subscription, I guess. Let's see. So, on prediction markets and the Maduro thing, here's what Bloomberg has to say. All right, so I'm going to read through this right here. Another promise that they would, in the not so distant future, financialize everything. Yep. So as the pitch goes, let's see. And a windfall for one gambler who placed a series of well-timed bets. Oh, we're talking about insider trading on the Venezuelan president situation. Okay. I'm just trying to see if there's anything actually interesting in it. This is from Bloomberg. Right. Okay. So people do bet on a lot of very interesting questions, right? Like, will Vladimir Zelensky wear a suit before 2025? That was a huge one, right? Will Jesus Christ return in 2025? One of the most interesting markets. Most people use that as kind of a bond market, right? You just you park money there knowing that you're going to be right. And if you're wrong, right? Like, you just say Jesus Christ is not returning in 2025, right? Or Jesus Christ is not returning in 2026. And if he returns in 2026 and you're wrong, it doesn't matter because Jesus Christ just returned. Like, you have bigger problems or bigger great things to come if Jesus Christ returns in 2026, right? So you just bet no, because if he doesn't, it's effectively a bond. Will marijuana be reclassified before 2027? Will South Park characters say hell in the next episode? I love these mention markets. The markets are often thin enough the single trader can move prices. Yep. Okay. A trader on Polymarket made nearly $400,000, really, betting on the capture of Nicolas Maduro, with the biggest trades placed just before President Donald Trump publicly announced the military operation. Insiders. So that's what people are talking about. This is probably going to be one of those things that people just talk about indefinitely, kind of in the same way that we talk about Congress people buying and trading stocks. And it's just like everyone knows that Congress buys and sells stocks based off of insider information. And it's just what it is. Like, it's not illegal. And I don't even know if there is an argument to be made that the insider information, if it's procured in a way that doesn't violate a fiduciary or other duty, it might actually be okay to insider trade, which doesn't sound great, but is kind of the reality. And again, like, in Congress, how many years have we been talking about it? There are people that literally make trackers to say, okay, Nancy Pelosi just bought NVIDIA. You should buy NVIDIA. And tracking with those Congress people prints money. I would not be shocked if we come to a similar situation with a lot of prediction markets where it's just like, insiders are a part of things. The laws aren't clear, or at least like the laws don't really cover every single type of insider trading. And you might find it not ethically. And you might find it ethically questionable, but like, it's happening. Someone made $400,000 betting on Nicolas Maduro. $400,000 betting on the capture of Nicolas Maduro. $400,000. Man, we have really progressed rapidly in our gambling addictions. Like, it's a dramatic pace. The odds of Trump acquiring Greenland by the year's end has jumped from 6% to 11%. Wow. There's an 11% chance on Polymarket that we might just grab Greenland. Chinese invasion of Taiwan is up. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm looking. How prediction markets turn the world into a casino. Maybe everything casino. Oh, boy. Have you ever thought, I just see right now real quick, I'll take a pause. Have you ever thought about doing a joint stream with Jonah Blake? I do so. Whenever he's free, I love to do so. He's great. You two are legends, my best streamer. Thanks, man. That's appreciated. I love Jonah. He's phenomenal. I love doing streams with him. He's great. He'll be on soon enough. Let's see. Okay, I'm taking a look. Prediction markets bring their own upgrade to the script. Okay, sure. Just explaining them. We think insurance is a tremendous area of growth. Yeah, see, I don't really agree with that. There's like a notion that's growing that prediction markets kind of act as insurance. And while, yeah, that's kind of exactly right? Like, insurance really is just a gamble. It's institutionalized gambling on their side, right? Like, when you buy insurance, the insurance company says, if they pay me $100, there's, my expected value is I might only have to pay out $98 over the term of their life insurance or whatever. So I'm really making, on average, $2 per new customer, right? For whatever it is. The margins are generally small in insurance, but it's just over a huge quantity of money, right? But it is a gamble, right? And it takes, insurance teams are just filled with basically incredible high-level gamblers that they think about, okay, what is the likelihood that someone's house is going to catch fire? What is the likelihood that someone is going to lose their life in the next 20 years, right? High-level gamblers. So this idea about prediction markets being kind of, in a sense, open access insurance markets there's ground to it, but also at the same time, there is no way that you could be like, hey, Tom, I know you just bought a house. Instead of buying insurance, or maybe as a compliment to you buying insurance, you should just gamble. You should just place a bet. Probably not going to sell well that as a concept. But it is interesting, right? And I could see larger institutions taking advantage of it, right? I could see insurance adjacent institutions taking advantage of that opportunity and like getting involved in effectively the insurance market without actually being insurance companies. Let's see. Anything else here? I'm trying to look. Yeah, this is true. A growing number of state regulators have argued that prediction markets should be treated as gambling, and they have gone to court to try and make it stop. Analysts see these lawsuits as the greatest immediate risk. That is accurate. It is actually the greatest immediate risk. We're not talking about it enough as people that actually care about prediction markets, that these lawsuits are pretty significant and also not really going in the favor of the prediction markets. There's a reason you're seeing a lot of the big prediction market, teams kind of starting to make their own, not a union, make their own like collaborative effort, right? Between Coinbase, Kalshi, Polymarket, right? There's a kind of a collaborative effort to try and get on the regulators' good side, in large part because these cases are not really going all that well for the prediction markets. It's just not. The state regulators and the state interests are doing better because, I mean, one, the lobbying on the state level makes a lot more sense, right? Like the casinos are huge local lobbyists, whereas the prediction markets really just aren't there yet. They don't have those established inroads. So yeah, this is a huge risk, and expect me to be talking about this more. We need to talk more about the prediction markets, about the cases that they're kind of actively losing, and it is actually a concern. At least specifically on the sports betting front, and then how that applies elsewhere, it's to be determined. But it is actually a real and ongoing concern. Right now, it is completely unclear what the CFTC thinks its policing role would be in the context of prediction markets. That's totally accurate. That's why they're losing, because the CFTC before the government lockdown, the CFTC was like, by the way, this thing that you're using to say like the CFTC requires that all commodity markets must be equally available across the United States. Yeah, so that doesn't really apply to the prediction market. So good luck. And then they just, shut their doors because of the lockdown. And the prediction markets were like, that was our argument. I was kind of relying on that, Chief. Like, where'd you go? Where you're just going to leave me hanging like that? Like, that was our argument. That's what happened. I believe we're at the very beginning of a prediction market super cycle, said Robinhood's chief executive officer, Vlad Tenev. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think he's right. Prediction markets are probably going to continue to grow, but they are losing right now in the sports venue. They really are. So, in terms, like, they're growing in the sports venue, but local regulators in very important states like Nevada they're winning. Like, they're definitely not having it. Anything else I want to talk about on this? Let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, the problem with prediction markets right now is it's still kind of, it's hard to say that prediction markets are new, right? Like, they're not. The concept has been around for a long time. It's been, 20, 30 years that they've been theorized and actually put into practice. But the concept of prediction markets getting as much volume and much interest and as much activity as they've been getting is new, right? And it's very cool. Like they say in the chat, it is cool. It is really cool. But the problem is, like, there are going to be a lot of mistakes in the process, and they are financial mistakes, which is questionable, right? Yeah, I'd like to comment on that, but we'll just keep going for now. Let's see. Excuse me. Oh, man. This is like observing a car crash about to happen. This is what some people have to say about prediction markets. This is like observing a car crash about to happen, but you can't look away, said Leah Noer, director of the Center for Gambling Studies at Rutgers University. All of this is going to result in a huge harm societally and to individuals. You know, welcome to a hyper-financialized world. Like, that's just what it is. I mean, maybe there might be something to that. I mean, she might be onto something, but at the same time, why not give people the opportunity to do as they wish? Oh, interesting. They comment on insider trading as well. Yeah, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. I will say, it does look, if you read through this Bloomberg article and you read through a bunch of other commentary around prediction markets, there has been explicit and growing frustration and concern, right, about prediction markets. A lot of people are already getting really annoyed with general sports gambling. Like, sports gambling has invaded the home. Okay, it really has. If you turn on the TV, especially if you're watching any kind of live sport like football or whatever, it is just, sports gambling is all over. MGM, you name it, Caesars online casino. Everyone is trying to launch their next sports book, and now prediction markets are getting in the same arena, and they're kind of getting a lot of the same ire, and especially because it's not just sports. It's anything. It is literally anything. So all of the ire and angst and anger that comes out against sports gambling is now arguably against literally everything in Polymarket and Kalshi, in prediction markets at large. There is an uphill battle to win over the public on this one. I mean, like, maybe you don't need to win over the public. Maybe you just need the public's money. But there is an uphill battle to proving, like, this is a net good for society. And maybe worth thinking about. All right, let's keep things going. I got a couple others I want to get to. This was one of the craziest tweets I've seen maybe ever. Commies aren't allowed in this hemisphere, and every one of them should be, oh my gosh. We'll call it harmed. Oh my gosh. So basically, this guy over here is not a fan of communists and thinks that there should be destruction and harm that occurs to them. And then this is Joe Lonsdale saying, exactly, what did you think founding Palantir was supposed to be about? Which would seem like, someone commenting on Palantir as just, a funny joke. This guy founded Palantir. He was one of the co-founders of Palantir, saying that the founding of Palantir was about destroying communists. Even if you might agree with that, there are some things that you probably shouldn't write out. You probably shouldn't put to text. You probably shouldn't say, this is definitely the quiet part. You should definitely not say that out loud. That's crazy. The co-founder of Palantir is saying that Palantir was founded in order to destroy communists. Like, wow. What a statement. Talk about mask off. Like, this guy, he's out there. He's just saying it. He's laying it all on the line. What is he up to now? Policy? Welcome to Palantir. Can I take your order? I mean, incredible. Like, actually incredible. What a statement. Boston Dynamics, they're at it again. This robot isn't just like it's not a 3D animation, even though I'm about to show you one. This robot was actually created and it is working currently right now at a Hyundai plant, like Hyundai, like the car, whatever. It's active. This robot works at the factory. It's got a job right now. It's 6 foot. Why is it so big? Isn't that like that is an NFL player build? Bro, it's just oh, look at that form. 110 pounds like that, you're probably pulling your back, Not the robot. Not the robot. No muscle spasms on this guy. Look at that arch. Like that is textbook terrible form. I mean, guy hits the gym clearly. If he's just an instant weight capacity of 110 pounds at that angle, like he's like the hunchback of Notre Dame and he's picking it up. That's impressive. He could spin around like an owl. Dude, this is like Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, dude, that's scary. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's so creepy. That's uncanny. I want one. I'll be honest with you. It's sick. Like that's awesome. Probably a couple $100,000 for one of these things, but also that is strong. Like that is a very capable robot, and they are literally testing it right now. It's actually working currently, right now, this moment, at a Hyundai plant in the United States, building cars. It's building cars. It's real. This isn't just like a weird mock. It's real. It's actually building things. That is uncanny. I don't like that it glows. I think that's supposed to be like a warm, fuzzy, oh, hello. Like, that's not hello. That is scary. Dude, like, that is... I mean, the most unrealistic part about all this is that we're going to have, fully functioning factories that are entirely automated. Is there a driver in there? Or is that also driverless? Dude, like, what is the future? What are not a single person in sight manufacturing the car with seats for people that won't be in there? Like, there's just a dog walking around. It's just vibing because they have to show off that product as well. This is the future. The future is, yeah, that's the future. That's crazy. Robots got to be 5'9" or less, man. You can't make this thing 6'2", 198. May as well give it a chiseled jawline and my girl's phone number while you're at it. There you go. Dude, like, this thing might actually steal your girl. It's like instant lifting, 110 pounds, like nobody's business, with an arch back. That thing is strong. And it's like remarkably masculine. Dude, don't tell my girl about this, dude. Like that is a little concerning. All right, let's keep going. How many other things do oh, dude, there's a lot here. Okay, let me start speed running because I've got like 10 minutes left. Let's see. Streamers really got to calm down. There was a streamer that got banned on Twitch, and because it was his only source of income, he made a GoFundMe. Jack here is totally right. When you lose a job, you don't make a GoFundMe. You just get another job. Streamers have this weird sense of entitlement. You saw this with FaZe, I think Lacey or whatever. Who knows? He's like, guys, I need you guys. I'm gonna run a stream, okay, where I'm just gonna be asleep, and I need you guys to just watch the stream. And, keep the ads on so that I could pay for my rent. It's $18,000, his rent. His room is an echo chamber. It's way too big for even himself. Find a cheaper place to live, dude. You don't need to live in an $18,000 a month spot. You don't. You really don't. Like, it's actually ridiculous, some of the entitlement that a lot of these streamers have. I'm a streamer, by the way. Like, what are you talking about? Get a job. Don't make a GoFundMe. These people are ridiculous. Keep going. Let me know, by the way. Oh, it's not responding. There we go. Let me know, by the way, if you want me to start playing Arc Raiders on stream and while talking crypto and whatever. Arc Raiders kind of like the game of the year by a serious margin. It's actually been growing. Like a lot of games will have their flash in the pan and then just kind of cool off after they launch. This one has been growing substantially. Arc Raiders absolutely taking off. By the way, I believe it's currently a bigger game than Fortnite. So as big as Fortnite is, Arc Raiders is bigger and growing. They have excellent matchmaking. You're talking about here, like if you want to just play, PvE, if you want to just shoot robots and not really worry about the competitiveness of playing against other people, you could do that. And if you want to just shoot other players, you can. And we'll match you against other people that do that. I don't know. I'm thinking about running streams with this, like playing Arc Raiders while talking about crypto. Maybe run one with Jonah. I know Jonah plays Arc. I think that would be fun. Let me know if you guys are down for that. I think that'd be actually really interesting. But Arc Raiders, there might be a chance here that Arc Raiders becomes the next Fortnite in a sense, right? Like becomes the next gaming conglomerate for the next 5, 10, 15 years. The loop is good. People like the game. People are happy with the game, and it's only growing. Even what was that game? Like the Pokemon game where you actually used real guns and real, firearms. That one had like a 2-week span and then kind of just died off and lost a lot of its attention. Arc Raiders has only been getting bigger. Like there's something going on here. It's very much worth paying attention to. Yeah, for those of us experiencing this, dude, like this dip is starting to feel worse than 1010. It's just on 1010, we had an absolute brutalization of the crypto market, but it's just been sitting in this range of like 87K to 92K for the better part of the last month. And it's just like, if you're going to dump, just drop already. Just actually let's get this pain over with. But no, as we all know, the market loves to exact the maximum amount of pain possible at every opportunity that it gets an opportunity to do so. So yeah, there's a reason why it's starting to feel worse than 1010. It's like, oh, you thought you were done after 1010. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The only thing that's going to make this worse is if the dip continues to dip. Dude, if we are ranging right now at 87 to 93K, somewhere in that range, right? And then if we were to dip again to like, I don't know, 69 to 72K, and then we're to range there for another month, oh my gosh, dude, imagine the anguish that CT would be experiencing. Yikes. Yeah, you know what? We might be back, lads. Like Solana meme coin Yaranaika, which was promoted by Jack Duval Stocks. Dude, if you've got stocks in your name, I can't trust you when it comes to crypto. Like if you have the word stocks or equities, whatever, in your name, in your literal username, I don't trust a single thing you have to say about trading crypto or trading meme coins. Promotes this coin, goes from 6.6 million to under 300K. And like, look at that candle. Dude, that's brutal. The trenches are back. That, if anything, if the trenches were ever back, that's them back. That's them back. That's also why I don't really like the trench, because it's just, dude. The trenches have been back for a day. We literally have had on-chain activity have kind of a little bit of a resurgence for the past 24, maybe 48 hours. And within the first 2 days, bang, bang, execution, slaughter. Like, what are we talking about? Why can't we get just a week of clean price action on some of these new coins? Some of these fresh pairs? Can't go more than 2 days without trying to scam people. Like, what is Jack doing here? I was just scanning, dude. I was just scanning the chart. Because what did he say? First off, again, not only does he have stocks as his name, but he has a 2025 M4 competition. Okay? If there was anything that screamed, I scam, and I don't know, like I am new to money, it was a BMW M4 comp. That is just it. Like that car has been ruined by 22-year-olds that have just made $150,000 too much money. It's like there's no bigger red flag. If I don't know how people see this and they're like, I trust him. How does anyone see anyone driving a BMW M4 comp in crypto and think, yeah, that's my guy. That's my quant. That's my quant. What's funny about that is that's not enough money. Like, if you're buying an M4 comp, it means that you actually haven't made enough money to reasonably be buying a sports car. So you're buying the most, like, one of the more higher performance, but also still somewhat attainable cars that looks kind of cool and that you could show off to the huzz, to the baddies. So you're picking up the BMW M4 comp on a lease, by the way, like on a lease, okay, on a payment plan. We're not buying this straight out, dude. No shot. We're buying this on a lease. We're showing it off to the huzz. We're putting a picture on the gram, throwing it on the Twitter as a proof that I make money on chain. Not even that much, though, but I do. Yeah, dude, this is one of the biggest red flags. Imagine buying a coin shilled by someone with a BMW M4 comp. Unbelievable. What did he have to say about this? Blasted everything in my hot wallets into this coin because it got vamped to 0 as per usual for no reason. Oh, dude, now he's like... raw posting CAs, bullish and based, soft shilling, bearish and gay. Shut up, bro. What are we talking about? 50K on the day. Like, this is just... You know, you need these guys because they do bring in that fresh lick, right? Like that fresh liquidity from people that just have no idea what they're doing and just decide, wow, some guy who looks a lot like me is making $37,000 on the day. Maybe I can just learn and do the same thing that he's doing. And then they just open up a wallet with $1,000 or $2,000 and that just becomes someone else's money, right? Like you need people like this in order to keep that inflow going. But wow, that is just unbelievable. How I'm like shocked that anyone trusts this guy. Anyone that's, you know, if you're new to crypto and you trust him, fine. If you've spent more than a month in crypto and you see this guy and you're like, that's my KOL, you deserve to lose your money, to be honest. Unbelievable. Let's keep going. I'm going to probably talk about this Vitalik thing on Thursday, only because I don't really have that much time left today. And I want to read it and think about it more. We talked about the Pentagon Pizza Watch. There is a brand new tracker for what's going on in Washington, D.C. It is the Gay Bar Report. They are tracking the activity at gay bars that are close to, you know, where a lot of regulators and operators within politics are stationed, because if the gay bars are having higher than normal activity rates, it means nothing's really going on in DC. So you could just say like, oh, probably nothing major is going to happen today. But if you see a massive drop in gay bar activity, apparently the New York City gays, not New York. If you see a massive drop in gay bar activity, this is in the Washington, D.C. area, that would indicate that the regulators and politicians in D.C. that otherwise would have been going to the gay bars have suddenly decided not to go to the gay bars because they're doing work that's important. And it's kind of an indicator that if gay bar activity is dropping, something is going on in the government. And what's crazy is this is legit. Like, this is an actual signal. This is not BS. It works. It actually works. There is a real and measurable correlation. That's why they built this tool. Which raises some very interesting questions about the United States government. It's hilarious that this works. It works. It works. Isn't it something like the Super Bowl for Grindr is like the Republican National Convention? It's like one of the most used locations. It's kind of hilarious. Oh, man. It is, you have to say, it's funny. It is funny. And the fact that this is a viable and working tool is wildly impressive. And honestly, shout out to the open source intelligence guys, because like they will find data if there is data to be found anywhere. Incredible. Anything else I want to talk about? Oh. Yeah. There's two. I'll make it quick. I'll skip on that. I want to talk about Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid today dropped a phenomenal graphic. I mean, look at this. This is beautiful. Hyperliquid dropped a beautiful graphic today talking about, honestly, what has been an absolutely thriving and wildly successful community. But I gotta say, like, this reminded me of something. Hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. We're pulling this puppy up. Pulling that up. All right. This is going to be a funny way to end this one. Give me a second. Okay. So this is the Hyperliquid roadmap or whatever, like image of their community. Okay, I'll restart this because you guys got to understand this. This is the Hyperliquid community in an image, and honestly, it looks absolutely stunning. You have Trade XYZ right here. Yeah, meet Hyperliquid, some hypers. That's Jeff. I see you, Jeff. Right. The hype tokens, Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's a unit right there. Bang. Honestly, impressive, right? Phantom Perps, the House of All of Finance. I got a lot of respect for this. It's a great graphic. It is really a phenomenal community. I have a lot of personal spats with them, but I will say the Hyperliquid community has done amazing things. I will just say this, okay? Where have you seen this image before in crypto? Does DGods ring a bell? Or how about another one? Does Bored Ape Yacht Club maybe ring a bell? I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. I mean, in fairness to Hyperliquid, this is way more populated, and it's not a fair comp at all, right? Like BAYC and DGods, we know how that went, and Hyperliquid has been doing absolutely phenomenal. But it is a little bit funny. Like you can't fully ignore it. History may not always repeat, but it definitely does always rhyme. I mean, you got Hyperliquid, you got DGods, and you got Bored Ape. And dude, it looks, I mean, I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. It's pretty funny. I mean, I got it. And I think we'll close it on that. We will close it on that, lads. Ladies and gentlemen, we will end out the show for today. I got more to say, but dude, I got a date for tonight, which we'll see how that goes. So I got to get skedaddling basically immediately. So wish me luck. I'll say this. I showed my mom because I matched with this girl, right? Like I showed my mom. I was like, "Yeah, this is what she looks like." I think she's pretty. My mom actually was shocked, which I didn't know if that was like a good thing for me. She sent back really with roughly 8 question marks. Like, really? You're going on a date with her? I was like, God forbid. Like. I don't know what's wrong with me, Mom. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't mean to scare you. But yeah, I got a date tonight, so I gotta run over to that. Captcha, Joshua, you guys have been amazing, fantastic audience. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll be back on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time with another show. So looking forward to seeing you guys then, and expect to see more clips on the timeline. Likes, reposts, etc. They go a long way to help out the show. So thank you if you've gotten this far, and we'll send it on home. All right, guys, enjoy your night. Peace.